Star wipe to a scrap shop where I'm sorry, maybe it's not a scrap shop, a garage where um one of those Watto aliens. what what's
Toydarian.
sorry, hit me with that one more time.
A Toydarian.
A Toydarian is running this scrap shop. It's not. It's actually just straight up. It's just Watto.
It's just Watto.
Oh goodness.
Times were hard after the fall of the Empire.
Times were
so he
hard.
moved to
Yes.
Klaatuine.
Times were hard after he lost two of his best slaves to a dumb pod racing bet with a Jedi,
Hmm.
and he's begun working more closely in pod racing here on Klaatuine. So the group of you have the option of either approaching separately or together.
I absolutely will not approach with anyone else. That is not my prerogative.
Okay. Cal and Insect.
Well, I'm gonna absolutely have my drones with me at this point.
Yes, you do have your drones with you. You've picked them up
So-
from the droid check.
Yeah. So they're kind of just gonna be all over inspecting everything for me.
Okay. Cal Lightsaber.
Well, Cal Lightsaber would have no problem approaching in a group. They have Beej anyway.
That's fair. Okay, so I think Insect and Cal Lightsaber approach together, and I said the Watto says, "What do you want? We have a new customer." And like
Yes.
he rings a bell, a space bell, and a little droid walks out. The pit crew droid.
Yes. Hello, I am Insect. I am here to purchase a pod racer unit, which I may improve using Verpine technology, which I believe you will see is far superior to what you will find here.
What are you talking about? I only sell the finest goods.
I believe that you believe you sell the finest goods. However, I think that after this pod race, you will stock Verpine technology.
You want to make a trade deal?
We will be open to production contracts, yes.
We only sell refurbished goods.
You may refurbish what other people purchase then. However, I must assure you that Verpine technology is not easily broken.
Roll a I mean, you're telling the truth, so I'm gonna have you roll negotiation.
Okay.
This one's going to be let's call it average difficulty.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so success and 2 threats. So, what would you like the threats to be?
Oh. I would say the threat is that Watto is intrigued by my claims, but wants to see if I'm full of shit. So he's going to give me the jankiest, busted ass pod racer in the shop.
Okay, I'll show you Pod
Let's see if I
Racer.
can make it work.
Now, we have an array of pod racers that I've developed. Um, would you like something that is fast and weak? Something that is slow and handles well? They all technically have different stats that are fairly well balanced. And this is just for everyone. You'll have the opportunity to make 2 modifications, which I'm going to share with everyone. Pod Racer mods.
Ooh.
I'm actually just gonna share all of the
I guess
racers.
you could say mod racers.
So there are sheets here for all of the
Oh my
pods.
goodness, so many sheets.
Do we need to take into account the
Holy shit.
credit cost on these?
No, you basically are going to be able to afford them with the money that you got from Bungo.
Because I have a talent that halves the credit cost of modifications.
Ooh. Yeah, that will come in handy here.
Okay. I feel like it's in character for me to just tinker the absolute shit out of this thing because that's
I
what
agree.
I do.
Bungo.
That's what I've heard first, and I was like, oh no, bunghole the hut.
Bunghole the hut.
I didn't want to say anything.
Oh
I mean-
God, what have you done?
That was kind of intentional, so I'm glad that it's not just me.
Okay, good.
He abbreviates it Bung H.
When he signs things on his data pads. So, okay, so on that, did we talk? We did the negotiation roll. Okay, so, yeah, you're gonna get the Titan 2150.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm gonna pop that one into your journal. So the Titan 2150, or the roll 20, is fairly low speed, high endurance, low handling.
Well, we'll see about changing that.
And then Cal Lightsaber, after Watto sends Zek in the back to inspect the racer, he approaches you. What are you, some kind of a Jedi?
Opening up the rows a little bit, there's a lightsaber handle dangling there. Cal Lightsaber is exactly who you think they are.
Why don't you tell me who you are? Just flashing that lightsaber around. Not many Jedi in these parts anymore. He's French.
Cal Lightsaber is to be a pod racer now. So Cal Lightsaber will need a pod racing vehicle.
You mean a pod racer? It's a collective noun at times.
Yes, Cal Lightsaber needs a pod racer.
Wow.
Way.
Quebecois now.
Yep.
Yeah, Quebecois now.
I am that referee.
The referee and was trying to fuck on me.
Tabernacle.
Okay. What kind of pod racer does Cal Lightsaber want? Does Cal Lightsaber want something really fast? Cal Lightsaber seems like they would want something very fast without much regard to safety.
Yes. Cal Lightsaber goes forward, never backwards.
and twirling, ever twirling.
Twirling towards victory. That's the engine burnout.
Okay, Erin, the pod should be in your journal now. You're getting the J930-8. That's dash and then hyphen. The word dash and then hyphen 8, to clarify.
Okay, yep. Got it.
The two of you have your pods, your pod racers, whatever they're called. At this point, you two are in the back looking at making improvements to your pod racers.
Yes.
Koyi, would you want to show up at Watto's shop, or would you want to go somewhere else?
Yep, I walk in shortly after. Watto, my dear, how are you?
He refers to you as, "Oh, Mistress Senya! I'm so glad you have
Hello.
come. We have a little bit of a Jedi problem in the back."
I know. Scum of the universe, all that. He looks kind of stupid, doesn't he?
Between you and me, I haven't seen a Jedi look that stupid ever. And if I'm being honest, I saw one who was about this tall, and it's like actually just up to Watto's chin.
Now, as they're saying that, Cal Lightsaber definitely walks into something in the back.
There's
Very
like a
loudly.
crash, and then BG says, "Whippo, whippo," and prints out a
Printer
ticket
out
that
of
says,
ink. Please
"Oops."
replace cartridge.
Printer out of ink.
I love it.
So I just start with small talk after this. I ask, Watto, how are you? How's business treating you?
We just sold 2 new pods. Business is booming.
Yeah, I see that. It's good. You know, you've had a long-standing relationship with the Hutts, haven't you?
I've been working for the Hutts for most of my life. Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm just curious. I'm in need of a pod. I need a good one. And maybe a little bit of a deal on this one. You know, I'm working on behalf of the Hutts, and you know, keeping me in good favor is always a good thing. You know, we're friends. We treat each other well, don't we?
I think I get your point. I'm gonna have you roll a charm here.
Okay.
This is gonna be. Let me pull up your character sheet so I can do this without making you understand the dice system. Okay, this one's gonna be an easy check because you do
Okay.
have an established relationship with Watto.
Okay. So just roll charm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, so that is 3 successes and 2 advantages.
Ooh.
Watto is like putty in your fingers because Watto might have a thing for Twi'lek women and powerful
God.
women.
Oh no.
Ooh, woo.
I give you the best pod I have. This one personally driven by Ben Quadraneros.
Ooh. Good old Benny boy.
Best pod
Benny
racer in
boy.
the galaxy.
Well, I would certainly appreciate. Which one would that be?
That one is the BT 310 Quadra.
Okay. We'll have to make some small adjustments to how well it handles, but
We make
That would be
plenty
very nice.
modifications for you.
Mhm.
Anything for
appreciate
you.
it. I appreciate it. You know, I think it will be very good for me to win this race. I need some fun. It's been a while, you know? It's been a while.
So I don't know if I
What?
want to do this. From out back, you hear someone shout, "Voodoo Jedi!" as Sebulba like lopes out from in back.
Oh no.
There's a whole little conversation between them, and Watto hands Sebulba the keys to a pod.
I think I stare down Sebulba at the same time. I think I'm gonna stare Sebulba down. Just want to put a little bit of fear into him.
All right. Let's have you roll. Okay, this one's gonna be a hard check.
Oh, okay.
God damn, Kaylee. Okay, so success of 2 threats. Sebulba backs away and says, in whatever language Sebulba speaks, "Don't want to mess with that one. She looks like she has a stick up her butt."
Oh.
Someone's got a lightsaber up her butt.
Not as big as the one you'll have up your butt if you interrupt me again.
While Cal Lightsaber is checking out their pod racer, I want to adopt the form of Cal.
Okay.
Impersonate them. 3 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay, so you immediately adopt a faultless representation of Cal Lightsaber.
Okay. For my advantages, can I add a black dice to any perception checks?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So I'm gonna walk into the area where Watto has all the pod racers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody there that would be problematic? Thinking specifically that Nzikt and Cal were there earlier.
They're actually still there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
When you enter though, you run into Koyi.
Koyi.
who
Okay.
is working on her pod, or
Okay.
more to the point, has an engineer working on her pod while she kicks back and enjoys, I don't know, some sort of drug or something. I don't know. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drug? Do you want a death stick?
No.
Oh, she's doing spices, right?
No, I think that I'd actually be helping an engineer with the ship. I think I'd still be
Okay.
involved there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be flying it. I like to keep my hands on it as well.
That's fair. So you see Cal Lightsaber walk past you.
Okay. Do I recognize anything off about them?
They are a flawless Cal Lightsaber. So
Okay.
I mean, you can roll,
You can
versus
roll.
my deception.
yeah,
even like posture and stuff like that, all the same.
posture, mannerisms, everything has been like mimicked down to a T.
Okay. I just kind of shrug it. I don't even mind it then.
Okay.
Okay, so
So where's my pod? Cal Lightsaber needs their pod.
Why are you asking me? I don't know what pod you're driving. And I looked to the engineer. What? Did you already forget
Engineer,
what you
where's
just
my
got?
pod? All engineers are the same. All engineers know where Cal Lightsaber's pod is.
Do I hear this?
you too.
Okay.
God.
Cal Lightsaber is going to go investigate. Hearing their name said many times.
They would hear their name.
Oh dear.
Okay, you approach Koyi and yourself. You're very, very, very confused as to why you see you. It is very much like the Spider-Man pointing meme.
Oh God.
Before they say anything, y'all better work this out quietly. I'm focusing.
Cal Lightsaber thinks we are sexy bitches.
Cal Lightsaber agrees.
I think at this point, I definitely had noticed that there's two of them, and a drone just kind of wanders in and starts tasting both of them to see if there's any discernible difference.
Can you roll perception for your drones? And this is going to be, was it average difficulty, Emma?
It's versus my deception, which is 2 successes and 4 advantages, and you get a black die.
Well,
I've got the black die set up in your pool, so you should just be able to roll on your perception.
okay. I think I also get I want to say I get a blue die.
I want to say you get a blue die too for like
as
the
a
taste.
it's as like a Verpine trait.
Yeah, no, that
Right.
checks out. I don't need more justification than that.
Okay. Do you want me to add that?
I added it for you already.
Okay, cool. Do.
Okay, so
Well,
So that's a straight up wash, and I get 4 advantages.
this second Cal Lightsaber tastes exactly the same as the first one. It is
the drone
entirely
just
uncanny.
says,
Your drones
"This
report
is
back to you.
incredible."
Can I have my advantages be that it tastes like whatever the Verpine pina colada is?
Some weird fungal bullshit, probably.
Yeah,
Over
some
pina
weird
colada.
Verpina colada. There we go.
Oh my god.
Space for pina colada.
I know this is
This is planetary, Aaron.
yeah,
We're
this is
on
a
the planet.
planetary Verpina colada.
Oh, okay. We're not fancy enough.
No, we're not fancy at all. Cal Lightsaber, I want you to roll perception for me.
Cal Lightsaber is
Or
the most
just
most perceptive.
And it's an advantage. That you immediately, knowing in your heart of hearts that you are a true Jedi, believe that this is something to do with the Force having given you an extra helper.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Cal Lightsaber invites you to help Cal Lightsaber.
Your advantage is going to be a blue dice on attempting to work on your pod. Because you've believed that the Force is on your side in this.
Okay. Now, can I throw in a little side thing?
Cal Lightsaber, the real one, says to Cal Lightsaber, the corporeal one, Cal Lightsaber is very attractive.
Oh my god.
I just like to throw in one thing here with the whole shop scene. Is with Beach having his ink cartridge changed, he's definitely just sitting and talking to a pit droid.
Yeah, they're beeping and booping back and forth, and
it's adorable.
It's very cute.
Yes, and one of my drones is also in that conversation.
Yes.
And it just has a cup of coffee.
Can we just play the droids instead?
It's not drinking the coffee, it's just holding it.
Can I change that to be a cup of motor oil?
Yes.
And they're all just drinking oil.
Just little straws.
It's
Kat,
to-go
do you mind
cups.
if we roleplay just like a half a second of that droid
Absolutely.
conversation?
I want you
my
to take me to
God.
that part of this universe.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. Did you see that look on that Jedi's face when he saw himself? When they saw themselves?
Beep, beep, boop, Cal has no idea what's going on.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. They never do.
Does the drone
And
have
they
anything
continue
to
just
say?
sipping.
Yeah.
The drone is just nodding, and it beeps a little bit, but it doesn't actually speak droid, so it's just trying to look like it fits in.
It's just enjoying the social time.
Yes.
One droid says, beep, boop. Are you okay? Do we need to call someone?
The drone pats you on the head. Good droid.
The pit droid.
When you pat it on the
that
head, the
thing
pit
where
droid
it, like, collapses.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pit droid collapses because you pat it on the head.
Poor little droid.
Okay. So, with that in mind, what have you picked out? Those of you who are, we're gonna end the scene here. What have you picked out for your modifications?
We have 2 hard points to work with.
Yeah, you should each have 2 hard points.
Okay.
Shh, Hannah, don't correct us.
So, I'm actually doing the handling upgrades.
Okay.
Now the modification options 2x increase pod racers handling by 1. Do I have to spend 2 points to get that, or is it just?
No, you have to purchase the modification twice to increase the
Okay.
handling by 1.
Okay,
Wait,
so
that's
yeah.
a modifier for the. So these are all attachments, and then the attachments can have modifications done to them. I think that requires. That's the thing that I get a discount on, is adding modifications to attachments. I think that requires like mechanics checks and money or something like that.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, I just want the base handling upgrade.
Okay,
then.
so you just get +1 to your handling.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to do the collision avoidance system.
Okay, so that gets you what? Collision avoidance.
And -1 silhouette.
-1 silhouette. Okay.
So I'm -1 handling now, and then -1 silhouette.
That works. Insect, what mods are you picking? And let me know if you want to roll for modifications to the attachments.
I am also going to do handling upgrade and collision avoidance systems, and I do want to roll to modify the handling upgrades.
Okay. Let's make an.
I don't know how the difficulty is supposed to be set.
I'm gonna set that as a an average difficulty because you're mechanically inclined.
And I have a bunch of drones to help me.
Blue dice for the drones.
Okay.
You should have all that in your dice pool, so you can just go ahead and roll.
Awesome. Where's mechanics? It's here. Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
That's a JPC roll right there.
That's a fucking JPC
That's
roll.
a very JPC roll. Okay, so the modification to the attachment fails. It seems as though, like, with the tech that they have here, even with your superior Verpine technology, you're not quite able to modify it to double the boost.
This is a piece of junk.
But with all those advantages, that's 5 advantages. What do you want to do with 5 advantages?
That's a good question.
Like, You could definitely use those 5 advantages to I'd venture to say you can lower the difficulty on your next modification roll if you want to add another.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Just because you've done so much to it already, you understand how the mods work. You know, the problem is collision avoidance system doesn't have mod options. This one's tough. I don't know what we want to do here.
Yeah, I can we say that I wasn't able to modify it, but in working around with it, I basically learned the pod racers systems well enough that during the race, I will be able to fiddle with things
Yeah, absolutely.
to get some sort of bonus or something.
That sounds perfect. But
Okay.
you'll be able to I think we'll give you a blue dice on handling checks during the first lap. What kind of mods does do the Cal's lightsaber want for their pod?
So Force Cal Lightsaber isn't going to choose a mod. But when the real Cal Lightsaber does, Seja is going to try and sabotage the installation of it.
Okay, so I'm going to let so I'm gonna let the attachments go on normally. Aaron, if you want to mod the attachments, you have to roll to mod them. After all the attachments are on, I'm gonna have Emma roll a mechanics thing. Do the thing. Okay, so Cal, what mods do you want for your pod?
Cal Lightsaber is actually going to get the same mods that
Everyone has gotten so far.
yeah that Koi got.
Okay, so handling upgrades and collision avoidance. Would you like to roll to see if you can mod the handling upgrades?
Sure, what I roll for that?
So,
mechanics?
It's going to be mechanics. It's going to be average. Look at that. So, a success and a threat. You install the mod to that surprisingly well. Seems like all of those years of repairing Beej have actually come in handy.
Cal Lightsaber says you paid off, Beej.
And Beej goes, boop, 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 boop.
Paper out. Please insert paper.
No, it actually says PC load letter.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
That's the worst.
Oh dear.
No, the threat is that in making the mod, you're so heavily focused that your Force Ghost is able to act fairly unnoticed. So I'm gonna throw a blue dice to Emma on the sabotage check.
Cool. Would you like a mechanics or a skullduggery? Because I feel like it could go either way. Mechanics, I'd be like targeting specific things versus skullduggery.
Which one are you
like
worst at?
Taking a wrench.
I'm going to say either or. It depends on what you want to do and how you want it to like play out flavor-wise.
See, like Seja, as a smart assassin, would use mechanics and try and target a specific component.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in trying to keep her cover, she's just gonna bludgeon it with skullduggery.
Okay.
Because that's what Cal Lightsaber would do.
We both just got mallets working on different parts.
Yeah. What kind of difficulty would you like me to make?
Yeah, average.
Average and a blue die, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Straight up 3 successes.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep what happens in my pocket on this one.